Good evening friends, welcome to another edition of Realty with Mohsin and Sid. This is our first episode of 2018 and we from NJ Digital TV and the Realty Bulls team would like to wish all the viewers a very happy new year, and we wish you success, good health and happiness this year and beyond.
Hello, namaste, welcome, sat sri akal, Kem Cho, good evening and welcome to our show.
And resolution. The first thing that comes up with the new year is resolution. Everybody does that.
Sure.
We are no different. So we have also thought about resolutions. So let's start with yours.
Sid, I thought about it a lot for the resolution for myself in 2018. मैंने plan किया है कि I'll turn off my cell phone for at least 10 minutes a day. There are so many reasons behind that. The main message is to spend that precious time with your family and friends more and more.
Well, that's a social message and also goes with the kids as well. Kids are spending a lot of time in front of screens nowadays. So we hear it from the teachers, from the schools as well. Screen time थोड़ा कम होना चाहिए बच्चों के लिए, थोड़ा monitored होना चाहिए, right? And that brings the real personality out. उनका development अच्छा होता है. That's what we hear from the experts.
Exactly. Sid, what do you think? What's your resolution for 2018?
I'm very good at breaking resolution, but this year I have decided not to do that. Right. I have decided to meet a lot of you guys, meet a lot of new people, make a lot of new friends, and also to learn a lot from you, because there's a lot to be learned. And we as realtors, we always keep meeting people, and our takeaway is always what you give us, and that is the learning, right? So that's what we want to take.
That's great. That's really great to know.
And also moving on, we have a few suggestions for our viewers. Some resolutions that can actually translate into wealth, right? So we have a list of 10 resolutions which you could vow for this 2018 and make some money out of it.
That's quite interesting, and
right?
That will definitely help our clients, our viewers, to take certain decisions in year 2018, and that will definitely help them to plan their whole 2018 whole year 2018 also. Yes, sir. So that's quite interesting, and that will definitely help our viewers to take do certain planning for the year 2018, and that will definitely help them to be wealthier and to take certain informed decisions. Sid, can you please explain or can you please highlight those ideas?
Okay,
or
so we will go with all the ideas that we have point by point, and we'll discuss it a little bit and see how it works out for you, right? So the first point is pay your bills right after your payday. Why is that important? Because you have the money in the bank, and that is the right time that you can always pay the bills on time, and that would avoid penalties, late payment fees, and you can plan better for the month.
Yeah, for sure. Normally, for myself, I always keep all my bills as a pre-authorized payment, so I don't miss any of the payment by mistake.
Okay, and that can be a substantial amount of saving in terms of penalties or interest sometimes that they charge, right?
Sure.
The second point is pay down your credit card debts little by little every month. So keep some money on the side to pay down your credit card debts if you have any.
Right, yeah, that's very important. Next thing I would like to add into it is to watch your credit score. Every single year, you try to pull your credit history from Equifax, at least I would say twice in a year. So it will definitely give you an idea where are you going, what should be your next plan.
And the fourth point is diversify your credit card portfolio, because there is a lot of cards out there, you don't know which one to choose. Sometimes people are very confused, right? So you have to choose cards which gives you the maximum benefit, which gives you time to pay with low interest. There are some cards like that, right? There are some cards which offer you some benefit in terms of cashback, in terms of points, right? So you need to weigh your options and see which card works for you. And we are not financial specialists here, but these are some of the points that we thought could save you some money down the line.
And don't keep on working only on one single credit card, just to diversify your portfolio in terms of spending.
We would like to say one thing here at this stage, is we are not financial professionals or financial advisors or anything. We are realtors. This is our personal opinion, and we think that this can bring some value to you. Always consult your financial advisor before you take any of these steps. That is a recommendation from us. So Mohsin?
Yeah, so there are some 10 points which can definitely help you to take some good decision in 2018 year. First and foremost, I would say is credit score.
Credit score. Credit score, you can pull your own credit score from equifax.ca. You can subscribe to monitoring your credit score. So credit score is basically shows your financial health, and from time to time, if you keep an eye on that, you can be in a better standing financially, and you can make sure that you are not delinquent in any of your payments.
Exactly. Second thing I would say is bills. So pay your bills on time.
Pay your bills on time. I would rather take it one step further. Pay your bills on the day that you get your paycheck, because that's a day that you know that money is in the account, and you can clear out all the bills on that day if you can, and that way you know that you are how you stand throughout the month with your finances.
Right, great. One more particular item is, I would say, credit card debts.
Credit card debts, the new year resolution for you should be to pay down most of your credit card debt or percentage of your credit card debt if you are suffering from that. And most of the Canadians are, according to the study. And for them, I would suggest that you earmark $100 or $200 or $300, whatever your affordability is for the month, and to pay down that debt evenly so that you can pay off most of your debt during this year.
One more suggestion is regarding the credit card, use of different credit cards, how to diversify all the credit cards.
Yeah, diversifying your credit card portfolio also helps. Always take your financial advisor's advice before you do that. See which card offers you what. Sometimes the cards offer you cashback, sometimes they offer you points that you can you can redeem for certain items that you need on a day-to-day basis. So you need to make that call. Some of the credit cards offer lower interest as well. So these are the calls that you have to make, but these are some of the ideas we're throwing out to you. So look at your finance properly.
Sure. Emergency fund. So many times we are lagging behind to focus on this particular aspect of life.
Now, emergency fund, what we recommend is for 2018, say to yourself that we'll build up 1 year emergency fund. God forbid if you don't have a job or a natural disaster strikes or something happens out there where you're stuck, you should have 1 year worth of emergency fund that you can rely on, that will take care of your basic payments and throughout the year.
Sure. Financial literacy. Sid, what do you want to advise on this?
Well, can't stress enough on education. As I said, education is key. Keep yourself informed. So 2018 may be the year for you that you might want to take it very seriously in terms of education. Educate yourself. Talk to a lot of financial advisors, mortgage professionals. They'll tell you a lot of things about the changes that is coming into the market and how to position yourself better in the coming years so that you are in a better standing.
Great. Something regarding the budget. Stick to your budget.
Absolutely, you need to stick to your budget. You need to draw that line where you will not go past that. If your budget is $2,000, that's what it is, and $2,010 is not going to help you, right?
Right. Make more, save more. What do you want?
Make more, save more. I mean, that goes with the businesses as well. So you should, you should pray, and you should work towards making more revenue. So, and keeping your expenses low so that your profit is more. That's a basic rule for business. Same applies with people who are working. You need to make more money. So work towards making more money, diversify your skills. So you can sell your skills and get money from other sources other than your full-time job. Everybody has a plan B here in Canada.
Great.
So, adopt your plan B, see what works for you. And also always take advice from your financial advisor. And I know you'll be ending up paying more taxes, but sometimes it's better to give more to get more.
Sure. Health is an important aspect of the life.
Health is wealth. That's the bottom line. Health is wealth. If you're not healthy, you cannot do anything. We won't be sitting here if you're not healthy, right? So that will enable you to work more. That will enable you to work overtime hours if that's what you're planning to do. And health is wealth, guys, and take care of yourself.
Last suggestion in terms of resolution for 2018 year, our suggestion is for spending more time towards family.
Yeah, that is a very good resolution, as he himself has vouched for that. He's gonna switch off his mobile and smartphone for 10 minutes a day. I would do it next year, but but spend more time with your family, and that's a key to getting back your social life.
Thank you so much, Sid. Thank you so much for explaining all the details and all the aspects as well as suggestions towards planning for 2018 year.
Yeah, and we really hope that 2018 works out very well for you guys. And we are always there to help. Please give us your feedback, your suggestions. You can write to us. You can email it to us at therealtybulls@gmail.com. And our phone numbers are 647-892-1234, and Mohsin's phone number is 647-786-2829. We appreciate your feedback, and we work really hard to make sure that you get value out of our program.
Great.
chocolate biscuit, vanilla cream inside. Bisconi right.
रंग वाली भरम वाली न्यूज़ वाले व्यूज़ वाले भेल वाले मेल वाले कराची वाले खैबर वाले लाहौर वाले पिंडी वाले इन शॉट पूरे पाकिस्तान वाले चिली मिली की हमत वाले कैंडीलैंड चिली मिली।
मैं हूं जहांगीर खान, स्क्वाश कोर्ट का चैंपियन, लेकिन रियल एस्टेट इन्वेस्टमेंट का चैंपियन मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन। मुझे उन पर यकीन है, आप भी करके देखिए।
जहांगीर खान और हजारों क्लाइंट्स का चहेता मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन। रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टीज और इन्वेस्टमेंट्स दोनों के लिए ही सही मशवरा, सही फैसला। मकान जिसे आप अपना घर कहने में फख्र महसूस करेंगे। मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन, 4163185264।
An exclusive multi-designer studio specialized in wedding planning services, bridal wear, casual party wear, jewelry, shoes, purses, dupattas, men's and kids' clothes. You name it, we have it. Some of the Pakistani designer labels we carry are Sani K, Agha Noor, Sana Safinaz, Anas Abrar, Zainab Chutani, Wahaj Khan, Fatma Khan, and many more. Parahan, sheer elegance. We believe in quality service and best price.
You can contact 9075 Derry Road West, Unit Number 1, Milton, Ontario.
Welcome back, viewers, to our second segment of our show, Reality with Mohsin and Sid. Today we have with us a very special guest. His name is Mr. Paul Chima from Remax West Realty. Chima sir, welcome to our show.
Welcome to our show, sir.
Thank you very much, Sid and Mohsin. It's a really pleasure being here.
Thank you.
And I would like to wish everyone watching this show a very happy New Year. May all your dreams be fulfilled this year, and you'll be having plenty of money and success this year.
That's good. And have you decided about the New Year resolution for this year?
Well, I decided this thing that I will make resolutions by next year, 2019.
That's great. Paul sir, tell us, our viewers, little bit about yourself and your journey into real estate.
Well, Mohsin, this is a very big question for me actually. Coming from my background in police department, I was a forensic scientist back home in India.
Wow.
Criminologist. I've seen lots of blood and dismemberment and scattered body parts. Like, you are a medical professional yourself, so you understand what I'm saying, right?
Right.
Maybe Sid knows nothing about it. So he has seen the good stuff, but we have seen the worst stuff in life.
Exactly.
So when I came to Canada in 2004, I never thought I would be in real estate. Did all different odd jobs, and real estate was the last thing on my plate. When someone suggested I should be a realtor, actually the guy who sold me my house, the first house that I bought from this agent, he said, you should be a realtor, and I laughed at him. I said, I'm a kind of technocrat, I do stuff, but selling things is not my job. But look at the destiny, I'm doing real estate, and initial years I never liked it. But now I'm so much into it that I'm trying to tell people what I never knew when I bought my first house. That's my journey. Like in short, I can take your full episode if I start talking on that. So I will restrain myself going that way.
Quite interesting. Criminology to real estate. That's quite interesting.
Well, I bring criminology. I'm cutting you off. I bring criminology into my real estate. Criminology taught me to observe things from a very minute angle. And I do that all the time. One of my buyer actually gave me a testimonial saying when he walks with us into a house, he is as if he's looking for clues, like a detective. So I do that all the time.
So you have the eye for detail.
Yes.
And that a real estate agent must have.
Yes, absolutely, because this is really something we all must have, a good quality.
That brings me to our second question to Mr. Chima. I know you are very, very experienced, and you also have a very good sense of humor, which we really admire.
Oh, okay.
That's why we have invited you to our show. Our next question is, can you please tell the viewer what the qualities a real estate agent or a real estate practitioner should definitely have?
Well, I think everyone who takes a license is given some pre-programmed qualities to work for the best interest of clients. So some follow that, some forget it on the way. Because real estate itself is a very stressful job. It's not easy. Sometimes you close one transaction, sometimes you don't close any transaction for 6 months altogether. So this is where some people lose their patience, and instead of working for clients, they start working for themselves. They will do everything they need to do so that they make money, and regardless of how client gets experience. So, well, one of the qualities, we need to be very patient. We need to be able to get over our internal struggle to ourselves. We should not be letting our internal struggle affect our transactions where someone else's interest is harmed. I think that's very important for me actually. When I'm working out, I need to make sure that whatever situation I am in, very bad or worst or whatever, it shouldn't affect my client at all. So we should be transparent in our transactions. We should be informing our clients every day that what's happening on the work they were assigned to.
Correct.
Right? So we must know those things, and I hope that we all do the best job for our clients. Did I answer your question?
Absolutely, absolutely. And basically he covered like the points like real estate agent should be honest, should have full disclosure and should work on the best interest of the client.
Yeah, if you use those technical words, yes. I just use the layman's word.
Alright.
Paul sir, you are an inspiration to many realtors in the market. We just want to know a little bit about your daily routine in real estate life.
Well, I wake up at 11 o'clock, then take my lunch and sleep. 7 o'clock, I'm done with them.
See, he has got that sense of humor, that's why he's here.
You introduced me as having sense of humor.
Absolutely,
So I have to keep that
absolutely,
in time.
absolutely.
But other than that, I am up every day at 5 o'clock. This is the only time I can watch TV because during the day my family doesn't let me watch TV. So any preferred show I watch during this time, but then I go downstairs into my my home office where I try to reach out to the MLS, see if I have clients requesting information, then I send them out. I compile my previous day's job early morning the next day. So I kind of reflect back on my day, what happened, what I have to give out. And then I usually don't take public phones. I don't answer calls until 12:30 or 1 o'clock. This is when I'm actually preparing reports for my clients so that I could tell them what happened to their listing or their buying scenarios or any changes. I do that and do write some little video clips and all those little things I do to inform people. This is what I do most of the time. Then after, let's say 1:30, this is where I am out talking to people, meeting them up, and I love to meet people. I go to their houses, just have a chit chat, connection. Phone is good enough, but personal connection, flesh to flesh is a different connection. So that's what I do.
Okay, and for the viewers' knowledge, Mr. Chima also has a live Facebook feed from your home studio.
Yes.
Right, and it's a very informative media, and he gives out a lot of information. You guys can connect with Mr. Paul Chima on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
That brings us to the next point, stress. How do you handle stress in Canada? I know stress is everywhere. We ask this question to a lot of our guests. Stress in real estate, stress in personal life.
Well, stress is a kind of, when you get into a business, you actually buy into stressful area. So this is with every business. Take retail, take any medical practitioners, whatever. Whenever you are into a self-employed scenario, you are into stressful situation. But controlling stress, because stress for a self-employed people, specifically for those in service industry, it's a kind of a luxury I can't afford. Because my stress, if it is going to affect someone else, I better discard it, move on to the positive side of life, and bring back my smile, totally disregard what situation bad I was in, and I'm very good at that. Like, I may have tons of stress behind me now, but you will never see it. Nobody will see it here. Because people don't want your stress. They want your positive energy. They want to see that you are capable of delivering. And stress brings you down. So if I ever have a fight with my wife at home, well, I don't go out that day.
Stay home.
Because that translates into negative energy transmission to other people.
Exactly.
So keep it to yourself, because people don't want to buy. This is how I use this stress. Control my stress.
Well said.
And I usually don't go there.
Well said.
Yeah.
And right now the market is a little bit stressful, agree or not, for the sellers, right? And how would you handle those sellers, like those who have got their houses in the market and it's not selling for 90 days, 100 days? How would you handle that kind of a stress with the seller?
Well, so if you're a seller listening to this conversation, I just want you to take a deep breath, get a glass of water, relax, and because the market is undergoing a lot of changes, it's adjusting. He used the word stressful, I won't use the word stressful. So these dynamics are always there. They have been here ever since real estate started developing and we got into organized real estate. There were times when the market they use the word crash. Crashing is basically someone wants to sell property regardless of how the market is, because he has to get out of the home sale. This is the bottom line of stressful sale. But I would suggest, if you are holding on to a house, not selling, I would really suggest you this thing. Sit down with your agent review the market condition, review your personal goals. Do you want to sell or you don't want to sell? If you want to hold on to it, well, hold on to it for a little longer till the things settle down. But if they want to sell the house today, they have to appreciate current market scenario, how things are selling. And well, there is always something that you can do, maybe offering some goodies to a buyer, like if I am a seller trying to sell this house, I will pay buyer's closing cost. It's just a little thing saying that you are motivated to sell.
Correct.
And market is good at every point in time. Even when you don't think it will sell, it sells. There is a buyer in every market. They always buy. It just depends how your property is repositioned, and positioning is really important, which only your agent can help you achieve. Well, we keep saying positioning. You should be, it's like watching stock exchange. Every day market fluctuates, and you should be looking at your scenario. I'm not saying you do it every day, but maybe weekly or bi-weekly review with your agent, call him up, figure out what's happening, and adjust accordingly.
Correct.
So there's nothing like my property will have a negative reputation if I keep changing the price. No, when you change the price from high to low, low to high, it simply indicates that you are responding to the market dynamics, and you are a learned home seller, knowledgeable home seller. It doesn't show that you are frustrated to sell it. People will take it differently, but this mindset may not be correct.
Absolutely. Paul sir ने बहुत अच्छी तरह से explain किया आपने कि stress on the other side, stress on the seller's side, how to handle that kind of stress. Paul sir, suppose I am a buyer. I'm also under stress. I know this is current market is buyer, it belongs to buyers, but still I am also under the stress of buying different kind of properties in Toronto area. Should I wait? Should I wait further for this market to get stable, or should I go ahead and start looking at my prospects right now? I'm also under the effect of stress from the financial institutions because of the stress test. So what kind of advices do you provide to our viewers when they are on the other side of the curtain?
Well, in current situation, today's market, if you are a buyer and you are a motivated buyer, I won't advise you to wait. Because speculating in real estate is not a good idea. Right? You may lose some money if you think that way. That if you buy a house, let's say a house is listed for $400,000 and you want to buy it. Right? And you buy it for $400,000. And tomorrow the value drops down to $380,000. So you will think, oh, I lost $20,000. But that is just a momentary thing to happen. If you look at the longer records, like from the last 25 years or the first recession, you will say real estate has always moved in a steady direction, which is always upwards.
Exactly.
Yeah, it may fall, dip down, but if you connect the other points there, you will always see a steady growth. Like last year, in March, April, like house was going like this. This was a steep height going on. But now, if you look at reasonably, it will be like this, steady but growing. Okay. So your $20,000 loss today may be the biggest advantage for you in future. Maybe 4 years from now, your house will way appreciate that you will never realize. But if you're a serious buyer, you should buy it. If you're not, well, then you can keep speculating. And who knows, if the house prices drop tomorrow, guess what? There will be many buyers in the market. Today you can negotiate because some seller wants to sell their property. Tomorrow they may not negotiate. We may be seeing a repeat telecast of March, April market when everybody is dropping and then buyers are pitting against each other. And guess what? They are again paying more price for those houses. Yeah. And sorry, I had some other thought, but I will hold on to it for some time.
No, that's very well explained. And real estate is the only investment to make money, for sure.
Yes, it's a long-term process. It's not a stock exchange you buy today, sell tomorrow for 20 grand. It doesn't work like that. If you want to live in it, doesn't matter tomorrow market crashes or not, you have a house.
Exactly. And it's a good advice for the viewers that we should not treat real estate as a short-term trading.
Absolutely.
Right?
Paul sir, that was a really thoughtful and informative information for all of our viewers. And as we know, real estate is the only investment to make money. We do have one more question lined up for you. That is related to your perspective on current market situation into real estate, and how do you see this market down the line in a short time? I would say next 3 months. What do you think about this?
Well, I'm pretty positive on the outcome of the market scenario. This is, like I said before, it's just an adjustment. It happens every year. So this stress test that they just introduced starting January 1st, 2018, we are a few days into it now. I don't think it's going to affect too much. I guess this is a kind of arrangement between banks and the government. I'm not accusing government. I'm just saying my personal thought, and I think I have freedom of speech. So what I'm thinking is, it's kind of set up where people are going to be paying more interest to the banks over a longer term of period. Like, say for example, today you don't qualify $1 million according to stress test. But guess what? The banks will increase the amortization period from 25 to 35 years, so that you are still within the affordable TDS GDS ratio setup. But no, what they're going to do is, no, you're paying for 10 more years. But a home purchaser doesn't care. He needs a home, because at the same time, if he's paying more interest to the banks for a longer period, then his equity is also increasing accordingly. Every year, we are going to see equity increase, never going to stop. So the market is not going to be affected. Within those 3-4 months that you are asking me, I'm guessing the houses between $1.5 million, let's say up to $3 million, they might see some significant drop, because those people, I don't know what kind of commitment they have already made when they put their house in the market. I saw some houses drop price by $100,000, $200,000 as well, bigger houses. But everyone is buying below $1 million.
Exactly.
So the stress is going to come on the low price properties, and I'm going to see that lots of condominiums are going to sell now. This was happening in March, April, when people were unable to buy bigger homes because of competition. They were going for the condominium sales actually increased, if you look at the statistics for that period. So I'm guessing houses between $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 are going to go up in price again, because then everybody is going to jump onto these houses, because yes, guess what, they're the only available opportunity. So if your house is up to $1 million, $1.5 million, well, hold on to it, you're going to make money on that. And over $3 million, they are different kind of buyers. They don't care whether banks gives mortgage or doesn't give mortgage or changes to 20% or 10%. They are altogether different breed.
Exactly.
Well, so my outlook for this market, again, it's my personal perception. It will be very good for all of us. Businesses will be booming again. It's just kind of fear factor into the mind of buyers and sellers. So fear can halt activity for a little time, but it's not going to stop it for long. It's like a thin wall cannot hold a storm. It's going to crumble under it. We'll see a lot of activity.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks. Also, you very well explained some of the crucial points into the transaction and the activity which you are expecting down the line in next 3 months. Guys, let's go for a very short break, and we'll come back with some interesting games with Mr. Paul in the studio.
chocolate biscuit, vanilla cream inside. It's Connie right.
रंग वाली भरम वाली न्यूज वाले व्यूज वाले भेल वाले मेल वाले कराची वाले खैबर वाले लाहौर वाले और पिंडी वाले इन शॉट पूरे पाकिस्तान वाले चिली मिली के हमत वाले कैंडीलैंड चिली मिली।
मैं हूं जहांगीर खान, स्क्वाश कोर्ट का चैंपियन, लेकिन रियल एस्टेट इन्वेस्टमेंट का चैंपियन मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन। मुझे उन पर यकीन है, आप भी करके देखिए।
जहांगीर खान और हजारों क्लाइंट्स का चहेता मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन। रेजिडेंशियल प्रॉपर्टीज और इन्वेस्टमेंट्स दोनों के लिए ही सही मशवरा, सही फैसला। मकान जिसे आप अपना घर कहने में फख्र महसूस करेंगे। मोहम्मद कामरान हुसैन, 4163185264।
An exclusive multi-designer studio specialized in wedding planning services, bridal wear, casual party wear, jewelry, shoes, purses, dupattas, men's and kids' clothes. You name it, we have it. Some of the Pakistani designer labels we carry are Sani K, Agha Noor, Sana Safinaz, Anas Abrar, Zainab Shutani, Wahaj Khan, Fatma Khan, and many more. Parahan, sheer elegance. We believe in quality service and best price.
You can contact 9075 Derry Road West, Unit Number 1, Milton, Ontario.
Welcome back, viewers, and we have our special guest, Mr. Paul Chima, here with us, and we're gonna play a small game with him. Are you ready, sir?
Yes.
Okay, and Mohsin has mixed this already, the chits. You can pick up one, and these chits have got small scenarios, and we'll take your reaction on that.
Okay.
Okay, it might you might end up with $1 million check as well, or a free listing for you. Let's see what it is.
Okay, let's see what comes in.
Wow, this is an intense one. How do you plan to give back to the community this year?
Well, we, like as a Remix associate, I have been involved with contributions to Sick Children Hospital and Canada Breast Cancer Society. I'm going to expand a bit more into our own religious places like Sikh temples. And I'm thinking of adding some volunteer hours there, because I guess it's time for me to step into my parents' shoes, who have actually devoted a lot of time for the community. My dad did a lot of stuff for the community, even opening a couple of free medical facilities like pharmacies actually, and that we came to know of after he passed away. We never knew that before.
Wow, so nice of him.
Yeah, it was only when someone was reading a tribute to him, and when it was told all the stories about how he created those free pharmacies for people in need. That was awesome, and yeah, it was very intense.
So nice to learn from you regarding some of the ways how you can contribute back to the community. Let's go for the next sheet.
So you tell me which one will get me the prize.
Any.
You know what? I will just pick one.
You got X-ray vision. You should. Okay, so let's go on to the next one.
My hands are on you.
Yeah. So free listing coming your way, guys. Free listing from Mr. Paul Chima.
Okay.
You can read this.
All right. So next thing is related to a situation. What do you advise in terms of resale or pre-construction? What do you think about it?
Well, both have their own values, and I don't think we can choose one over the other. Pre-construction for people who can wait. Resale for people who just want to move in. Pre-construction has some, I'm trying to remember, it is speculative. Like some people cannot predict what will come out of this drawing, right? But in resale, you actually see what is built there, what you're buying into. I've seen people buy pre-construction and later sell it because they didn't think this will look like that. So kind of mismatching.
So the design on the paper didn't meet up to their expectations.
Everybody cannot predict the architectural drawing. It's difficult. Very few people can actually see what will come off this drawing.
Yeah.
But I've seen people, because those little lines on paper, when they're translated in a bigger life-size image, in reality, 3D thing, then they see there are a couple corners which they never wanted in a kitchen. But they were there because there some ducts were running and we people failed to understand it. But you know what? Pre-construction is a good in one way because it promises a chance of more appreciation than resale homes. So if you can wait, well, pre-construction could be the better choice for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right, Paul sir, we do have one more question for you before we end this particular session.
Okay.
Please tell us a little bit about your services and the area which you are working, as well as your offerings to the community, to the client, I would say.
So, well, I work in a couple of municipalities like Brampton, Mississauga, west end of Toronto, which is Etobicoke, where my office is actually. And I'm trying to form an area in Vaughan, which is called Kleinburg. So these are a couple of places I actually work. But again, as a real estate agent with the Toronto Board's membership and very knowledgeable on interpreting the data, well, I can help people in Greater Toronto area. I try to stick to the west side of Toronto actually. I hate getting into Toronto, it's too crowded there, so many one-ways. But yeah, on these municipalities, as I said, I would love to serve. And what was your next question again, sorry?
Would you offer in terms of real estate transactions?
Well, I offer you tons and tons of information that is going to help you make a very considered opinion. An opinion which you will not regret later on. That's my guarantee to you. I offer full disclosure on each and everything. I do not offer monetary compensation. I'm sorry if someone is expecting that from me, I don't do that. My expertise is to make sure that you do not sulk after a purchase or sale, that you always think that to be the best decision ever made for centuries to come at that particular point in time. This is what I do all the time.
Well said. And as you can see, like we can vouch for it. He's a very, very experienced realtor with a lot of knowledge. And when we have anything to ask, we always pick up the phone and call him. You guys can do the same. You can tell the viewers the phone number. In fact, I can do that. His phone number is 647-333-2273.
Well, thank you very much, guys. And you know what? These are the guys who actually, you actually need to hire for your business. Sid and Mohsin, the awesome people, trying to bring you more information all the time. So the team is called Realty Bulls. So, but they don't attack, they help.
We are the helpful.
I'm trying to understand where this bulls comes in the picture, but anyways.
Bulls comes from bulls and bears. Bulls shows rise, bulls shows loyalty.
Oh,
bulls shows aggressiveness.
Alrighty, alright.
That's where the Realty Bulls comes from.
So this is their show, and if you are thinking of selling or buying, give them a phone call. They will be very happy to help you out. And I am trying to find their, can I pick this up?
Yeah, sure.
So well, you can contact Sid at 647-892-1234, what a number. And Mohsin, 647-786, beautiful, 2829. So these are people who you should be signing up for your business.
And thank you for your feedback. We got a lot of feedback. We are working on it, and we try to incorporate as much as possible in our program. We always try to bring in people whom you can you can take away a lot of information from. And going into the new year, we again wish you everybody a very happy new year. Drive safe. There is a lot of snow out there, And thank you, sir, for coming into our studio for the wonderful interview.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody, and stay tuned.
Yeah, we have been into New Year for a few days now, and I guess you are enjoying 2018. So keep enjoying. This is an awesome year, full of success and pleasure.
Stay tuned, guys.
Thank you.